Hello, so my name is Christian Tuza, and today we're going to be talking about the purpose of self-driving cars. We're talking about the purpose, the effects and the impacts, technical aspects, and relationship to the data, and also the references that I used. So Wikipedia thinks of this. It says about self-driving cars that it's a driverless car or robotic car that the vehicle is capable of sensing its own environment and moving safely with little or no human input. And that is a picture of a Lamborghini. That is a self-driving car, the first one they made. And then down here is one of the animations I made. One is a picture of me. One is the blue picture with the cars on the highway is how the cars can sense its own environment and the sensors on the cars. That's the point of the wavelengths frequencies. And then the next picture is a car with the sensors coming out, notioning that it senses its own environment as well. So the purpose of this this website indicates that it provides a clear description of its intended purpose, the opportunity the innovation created, and the discovery that the innovation made possible for self-driving cars. This picture to my left is a picture of a self-driving car, and it has the X's on the steering wheels and pedals because it drives itself, so it's all hand free and foot free, you could say, and that's why there's X's on the steering wheels and the pedals. The bottom one is pretty much the same thing, just has a steering wheel and the pedals for safety and stuff like that. Obviously, if you take control of the vehicle, you can. That's kind of more of related to like today's technology. Now my next slide is the effects and the impacts. The effects and impacts here will explain the benefit or harmful effect of the innovation. Also, explain the impact the innovation has on society, economy, and culture. Also, indicate one field other than computer science which innovation has impacted and has potential to impact. So if we go back up, I'll explain the pictures. One picture to my left is perceived and actual risk data, where the question is, do you think the self-driving cars are more dangerous than they actually are? And then one is a pie chart from the survey that I took, with saying how, who has heard about the self-driving cars. And here's my video that I took with my older brother who I interviewed. Here, we can play this for you.
Can I ask you a question? Of course. Do you think the construction of self-driving cars will affect the jobs in today's world? No, I think the amount of jobs will stay the same.
Made with Kitchen.
Different jobs than the ones we have now. Really, Your Lordship, is that really true? Of course.
Made with
What are you
Kitchen.
looking at here?
I'm looking at the jobs of the future. I think there are some wonderful investment opportunities here.
Made
The
with
state
Kitchen.
doesn't produce as much as it used to. Look at that. Autonomous vehicles will create a $7 trillion industry.
Made with
That's where all the
Kitchen.
servants win.
Okay, so we're here. I'm going to talk about self-driving cars, about job losses and gains. So I have this website right here, and we're just going to scroll down.
Made
And
with
I want to talk
Kitchen.
about the job losses, where people say they're going to create more jobs for people, which that might be the case, but there's also going to be a lot of losses too, and a lot of people miss that. Okay, so if you guys want to see more, you can see my website as well on the video, and then also I also have a link to my survey here as well that I had my about 21 friends do, and that is the other question. That's also the picture of the Lamborghini again as well. So my next slide here is the technical aspects. Technical aspects describe the users how the users interact with innovation. I also have another video here about the ethical dilemma of self-driving cars. You guys can also watch that. It's a TED Talk. If you guys want to watch that, also it's in my website. And the next point is also describe in detail what innovation technology incorporates at least one big idea of abstraction, algorithms, programming, or the internet to accomplish its purpose. My next slide here, it describes how the innovation consumes data as input, produces data as output, and or transforms data. The innovation uses input from the person controlling the vehicle and what the users say. So it pretty much controls the data, it spits it out as an input. As the person driving the vehicle says or does something, the vehicle will take that and input it into the vehicle and then output it as the vehicle drives and maneuvers what you say the vehicle will do. My next point here also describes at least one data storage concern, privacy concern, or data security concern related to innovation. I also said here that the car's chips can be hacked. People can. There's also any kind of ways for hackers to get in and destroy or hack the car's programming systems. Like anyone, the computers, emails, anything. People hack anything today, like the oil pipelines as well. Like they hack anything, so obviously it can be hacked. I mean, anybody can. One of the top of the line computer, geeks can hack it, and it's too bad because if something were to happen, it could be, tragic. Say they hacked a bunch of different cars and it all programmed to attack at once, and one went one way, one went another way, and then you got lead to a bunch of accidents and fatal deaths. And so that could be another problem that self-driving cars could have, because it could ruin sensors, ruin anything on newer vehicles. My next slide is the references that I used, the sources. So the sources here, I used about 4 of them. The best one that I used and that I liked the best was the self-driving cars. The third one, how it explained everything, because that was a scientific source, and it was from USA.org /resources/self-driving cars. And it really helped to explain most of the things I have in my slides. It helped very well. The banner at the top of my screen was a banner that I had to make in my previous assignments, and I like mostly that. And most of the colors here come from the Gmail sources, Google sources as well. So, all right, thank you, and thank you for watching.